Imagine going to bed feeling completely fine and waking up unable to lift your arm, your speech slurred, your balance gone. As a brain doctor, I've witnessed this terrifying reality of stroke in far too many older adults, and often it's not due to smoking or poor diet, but from something they genuinely believed was safe, even healthy: nuts. Yes, really. Nuts. Millions of seniors snack on almonds, cashews, pistachios, macadamia, or peanut butter, thinking they're boosting their heart or memory. But what they don't realize is that some nuts eaten at the wrong time, in the wrong form, or in the wrong amount can silently damage aging blood vessels, spike blood pressure, or trigger brain bleeds, especially during the night when your brain is most vulnerable. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 popular nuts that could be quietly increasing your stroke risk. If you or someone you love regularly snacks on nuts, this might be the most important information you encounter this year. Before we dive in, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to ensure you never miss vital health tips. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. There's room for improvement, type 0. Your feedback is invaluable. 1. Almonds heart healthy, brain risky. It's hard to believe that a handful of almonds, praised by every health guru, could be the silent trigger behind a life-altering stroke. Yet, I've seen it happen too often. As a brain doctor, I've treated patients who followed all the right advice, only to pay a heavy price for a habit they thought was beneficial. Take Mr. Gerald Thompson, 70-year-old retired firefighter. Strong and disciplined, he proudly ate about a cup of almonds every night before bed, convinced they were heart healthy. What he didn't know is that almonds are extremely high in oxalates. In excess, oxalates can bind to calcium, leading to vascular calcification, making arteries, especially in the brain, less flexible and more prone to clotting. For younger adults, the body handles this better. But in seniors with naturally aging arteries and often mild nighttime dehydration, this combination sets the stage for a stroke during sleep. Mr. Thompson felt nothing. He went to bed fine, but at 5:30 a.m., his wife found him with slurred speech and a paralyzed arm. He'd suffered an ischemic stroke. No traditional risk factors, just years of silent buildup from nightly almond consumption. His blood work confirmed elevated oxalate and calcium levels, with stiff arteries and erratic blood pressure, all consistent with chronic dietary oxalate overload. Most older adults are never warned about this. Almonds taste safe and comforting, but for seniors, more is not better. Your kidneys don't efficiently flush oxalates, and arteries lose elasticity. An innocent daily habit can lead to neurological catastrophe. Mr. Thompson is now in a wheelchair, his independence gone. "I didn't know a snack could take away my freedom," he told me, eyes watering. That's the cruel reality. Even innocent foods can turn dangerous if you don't understand how they interact with your aging body. So, next time you reach for almonds, especially at night, ask, am I helping my brain or gambling with it? If almonds surprised you, wait for the nut that can surge your blood pressure while you sleep. Comment 1 if you're still with me. 2. Cashews, hidden threat for high blood pressure. Cashews, buttery, creamy, satisfying. A popular snack for seniors avoiding processed junk, touted for healthy fats and magnesium. But here's the truth no one tells seniors. For those with high blood pressure or heart issues, cashews can quietly push your blood pressure into the danger zone, especially at night. Consider Mrs. Linda Carver, a sharp 80-year-old retired librarian. Every evening, she'd enjoy a small bowl of roasted, salted cashews. She was active, took her meds, and avoided sweets. Yet, one morning, she woke up dizzy, disoriented, with a racing heart and sky-high blood pressure 190 to 106. In the ER, scans showed no stroke yet, but her pressure was dangerously unstable. The culprit, her cashews. Like most store-bought nuts, they were heavily salted. Just one handful contained over 180 milligrams of sodium, and she ate 2 or 3 every night. After 60, your body processes sodium differently. Kidneys slow, vessels become more sensitive. Even moderate extra salt, especially in the evening, can cause dangerous nighttime blood pressure spikes, risking a hemorrhagic stroke where a vessel bursts in the brain. Mrs. Carver was lucky she didn't have a stroke, but she now lives with chronic dizziness, has fallen twice, and requires monitoring. "I never thought a few cashews would end my independence," she shared. "That's the cost: your balance, confidence, and ability to live alone." The risk is silent until it ifs. Before your next salty evening snack, ask, "Is this worth risking my independence?" If you think salty cashews are bad, wait until you learn what a luxury nut can do to your cholesterol and stroke risk. 3. Macadamia nuts. Heart-healthy fat, brain-harming risk. Macadamia nuts are often considered the gold standard of healthy snacking. Rich, creamy, and full of good fats. They appear in heart-healthy gift baskets and doctor-recommended diets. But for older adults, regular and unlimited consumption can slowly elevate cholesterol, harden arteries, and increase stroke risk, especially during sleep. The damage builds silently, often becoming irreversible before symptoms appear. Mr. James Hollis, 81, a retired postal worker, routinely enjoyed macadamia nuts with his morning coffee and evening tea, believing they were good for his heart. He had just survived a mini-stroke transient ischemic attack with slurred speech and sudden weakness, which he dismissed as just getting older. But scans revealed cholesterol plaque buildup and arterial stiffness, particularly in his brains. Small vessels dot the danger. Macadamia nuts are extremely high in monounsaturated fats. While healthy in moderation, large quantities without balancing fiber or omega-3 south can be problematic. For those on cholesterol medication, macadamia can mask rising LDL levels, allowing unchecked damage. Just 10 nuts pack nearly 200 calories and 20 grams of fat. For seniors, the risk is amplified. Metabolism slows, liver fat regulation declines, and blood vessels are already aging. When vessels harden from plaque, a small clot can block blood flow to the brain, leading to devastating consequences like speech loss or paralysis. Mr. Hollis now walks with a cane and needs assistance. "I didn't know something so fancy could steal my freedom," he lamented. Stroke risks at this age aren't just from bad habits. Sometimes they're from good habits done wrong, from over-consuming what's marketed as healthy. Next time you scoop macadamias, pause and consider, is this indulgence worth risking my independence? If macadamias surprised you, wait for a common green nut that silently raises blood pressure. 4. Pistachios. Small, green, and silently raising your blood pressure. Pistachios. Small, green, seemingly harmless. They're cheerful additions to trail mixes and holiday bowls, marketed as healthy and antioxidant rich, in their raw, unsalted form. This is largely true. But for seniors, the danger isn't the pistachio itself. It's what's added to it, and when you eat it, that quietly puts your brain at serious risk. Consider Mrs. Gloria Westbrook, 85, a retired schoolteacher. Every evening, she'd snack on roasted pistachios while watching the news, thinking they were healthier than chips. What she didn't realize was that her nightly snack packed over 200 milligrams of sodium per serving. For a younger adult, the body might recover overnight. But for Gloria, this sodium load, especially late in the evening, caused dangerous nighttime blood pressure spikes. One morning, she collapsed, dizzy and confused with her blood pressure. At 198/120ths, a scan showed no bleeding or clot yet, but revealed chronic vascular stress, stiffened arteries, and mild brain swelling. Her blood pressure meds were effective during the day, but the sodium in those pistachios reversed their effect overnight. The terrifying part: most roasted pistachios Even lightly salted ones contain enough sodium to counteract blood pressure medication if eaten before bed. This pressure surge happens silently while your brain is vulnerable. Risking a hemorrhagic stroke vessel rupture without warning, Gloria survived but now uses a walker and requires home care. I didn't know it would cost me my balance, my strength, my freedom, she wept. The real danger isn't always the things we fear, but the trusted habits and seemingly safe snacks that do the most harm when no one is watching. If you've been reaching for pistachios at night, ask, is this worth gambling with my brain? If pistachios were risky, wait for a creamy nut butter quietly damaging your blood vessels every night. 5. Peanut butter. Smooth, comforting, and quietly damaging. There's deep comfort in peanut butter. Creamy, familiar, a safe, protein-packed option. For seniors, especially when chewing becomes hard or appetite fades. A spoonful before bed, a smear on toasted, seems harmless. But for seniors, particularly those with heart conditions or blood pressure issues, peanut butter can quietly become one of the most dangerous items in your kitchen. Take Mr. Don Willis, a 79-year-old Vietnam veteran. Independent and health-conscious, he'd eat a light dinner nightly, a banana, wheat bread, and a generous spread of peanut butter. He thought he was doing everything right. But over months, his energy faded. He woke up lightheaded and noticed ankle swelling. One night, he lost balance and hit his head. At the hospital, dangerously high blood pressure and early signs of atherosclerosis, stiff, inflamed arteries were found. What shocked Don was his rising LDL cholesterol despite being on statins. His daily peanut butter, a popular natural store brand, was loaded with added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and hidden sodium. Just 2 tablespoons packed over 190 milligrams of sodium, processed fats that inflame arteries, and sweeteners that spike blood sugar, especially harmful late at night when metabolism slows and blood vessels are most vulnerable. For older adults, especially over 70, these processed ingredients accumulate. The body clears them less efficiently, blood vessels lose elasticity, and inflammation rises. The endothelium, your artery lining, becomes fragile. This creates a perfect storm for stroke, heart attack, or vascular dementia. Don now uses a walker and has a home nurse. "Doc, it was just peanut butter. I didn't know it was slowly breaking me down," he said quietly. That's the cruel truth. Comfort food can become a silent destroyer if eaten routinely without checking labels. It's not just what you eat, but asterisk how much, how often, and how your aging body reacts. So, next time you reach for that jar, ask, is this really fuel or a quiet threat? If you've questioned what's truly safe, you're not alone. The bigger question: if these nuts carry such risks, what should you eat? 6. So, what should you eat instead? Brain-protecting alternatives. After everything I've shared, you might feel uneasy, even betrayed. How could something as innocent as nuts become a threat? I understand. Many patients feel the same. People who made healthy choices but were never told how drastically the aging body changes the rules. Your kidneys, liver, arteries, and blood pressure don't behave the same at 75 as they did at 45. The food that once nourished you can now quietly chip away at your health. So, what should you eat? What can truly support your brain, blood vessels, and long-term independence without risking a stroke while you sleep? Consider Mrs. Margaret Lane, a 73-year-old retired nurse. She came to me confused, fatigued, and frustrated. She took handfuls of supplements and snacked on mixed nuts, thinking she was protecting her brain. Yet, her blood pressure was unstable. Balance worsened, and memory slipped. "I feel like I'm doing everything they say," she told me, "but I'm falling apart." We made a radical shift, back to real, simple, whole natural foods at the right time in the right combinations. No pills. No processed blends at her mornings. Asterisk, a soft-boiled egg, clean protein and choline for memory. Asterisk, half an avocado. Healthy fats and potassium for vessel health. Asterisk, 1 slice of whole grain toast. Steady. Gentle energy. Asterisk, a small handful of unsalted walnuts or ground flaxseed, high in omega-3 xanthan fiber. Gentle on arteries. Asterisk, a glass of room temperature water. Hydration and circulation support. Lunches were light but nourishing. Soups with leafy greens. Beans, lentils, or salmon salad. Dinners were early, often including sweet potatoes, roasted vegetables, and grilled chicken or trout. She added a few berries daily for antioxidants and avoided anything heavy after 7 p.m. within weeks. Her blood pressure stabilized. Dizziness disappeared. Energy returned. "I don't just feel better," she said. "I feel clear again." That's the power of food, used wisely. Not as a drug or shortcut, but as real healing nourishment your aging brain understands. Your body isn't failing. It's asking you to listen. You need balance, simplicity, and awareness of every bite's impact on your brain. Vessels and future final wake-up call. Your brain is listening to every bite this stage in life. Every health decision carries more weight. The truth is, your brain isn't just affected by what you do or don't do. It's shaped, protected, or harmed by what you eat every single day. For decades, we believed nuts, supplements, and natural snacks were the golden key to longevity. And yes, some can help in the right amounts, at the right time, under the right conditions. But as we age, the rules change. Your body processes sodium differently. Arteries lose flexibility. Kidneys slow down. What was safe at 40 may be dangerous at 75. That's not fear. That's biology. The 5 nuts we've discussed: almonds, cashews, macadamia, pistachios, and peanut butter are not inherently evil. But used incorrectly, especially late at night or in large quantities, they can quietly set the stage for stroke, brain bleeds, nerve damage, or memory loss. The scariest part? Most warning signs whisper, not scream. You feel a little dizzy, foggy, or off until one night, everything changes. I've seen too many patients lose speech, balance, or independence, not from obvious bad habits, but from the very things they thought were healthy. But here's the good news. Awareness is medicine. You can still protect your brain, eating in a way that nourishes without harming. You can build habits that support your mind, heart, and independence without guesswork. You are not too old, not too late, but you do need to act. So when you go back to your kitchen, pause before reaching for that familiar jar or bag. Read the label, listen to your body. And most importantly, ask yourself, is this truly feeding my brain, or is it slowly stealing it from me? These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. I'd love to hear from you. Share one thing you've learned and plan to apply. Comment 1 if this video helped, 0 if not. Your feedback matters. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.